I look at Toronto and I feel like they have all elements of a team that is capable of winning the Stanley Cup, and I fucking hate that so much.
There is something going on across both leagues right now, the NHL and the NBA, which is fascinating, and that is home teams cannot win games. If you have followed the Boston Celtics, you know they just blew two 20-point leads, lost to the Knicks, are down 0-2. Same deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're down 0-2 to the Pacers. You go across these leagues, and you see, even last night, Winnipeg Jets. They win it. They stink on the road. They're good at home. But what happens in the second round? They lose. Sean, you don't have it yet? That's okay. We'll get to it in a second. We will give you the full details on all of this. But the reason I bring it up is because there is one team across both of these leagues that has won both their games, that handles their business at home. And that team would be the Toronto Maple Leafs, who for the second time this series has handled the defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. And now here we are. The team closest to the Stanley Cup right now is your Toronto Maple Leafs. I asked earlier in the week, is there a series lead that would make you think they are going to win this series? The Toronto Maple Leafs. And we threw some around. Right now it's at 2-0. Can I interest you in a 2-0 series lead to think the Toronto Maple Leafs will knock off the Panthers?
I'll answer it this way, and this doesn't make any sense. And I recognize that this doesn't make any sense. I'm more confident that the Leafs are going to win the Stanley Cup than they're going to beat the Panthers.
Whoa, well, interesting, because we also discussed this round is their Stanley Cup, and a lot of time I think I'm out on, well, this game is going to be their Super Bowl, or this way. Okay. Yeah, sure. It's your Super Bowl until you win it, and then you realize you're actually in the Super Bowl, and if you're an adult, you'll get your shit together and you'll prepare like it's the Super Bowl, okay? So Leafs win this round against the Panthers, then they got the Canes next, I would think. Not to count out the Capitals.
No, that's disrespectful. Don't do that.
No, but it's just like I have the Canes winning that series, so they have the Canes, the Capitals next. You can beat either of those teams. You can also lose to either of those teams.
Definitely. And like I know that what I said doesn't make sense, but the reason I say it is that I look at Toronto and I feel like they have all elements of a team that is capable of winning the Stanley Cup, and I fucking hate that so much, especially right now. And things can change on the drop of a dime, especially with the series going back to Florida and the Panthers being at home. Like, series doesn't start till the road team wins one.
A lot of series have started in the NHL and
right.
NBA.
That's not one
Famously,
of them, though.
Every series started, I believe, immediately. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
look at that.
OKC was the first team to win, and they won game 2.
Yeah, so if you are listening on audio, make sure you're subscribed on the YouTube as well. But Jets 0-1, Capitals 0-1, Knights 0-1, Thunder 1-1, Celtics 0-2, Cavs 0-2, T-Wolves 0-1, and then you got the Toronto Maple Leafs 2-0, sitting pretty, looking perfect. I'll be honest, I lost a lot of money on last night's game because every time the Leafs tied it, and credit to them, they came back from 2 deficits in this game.
Immediately.
Yes.
That's part of the reason. Like, their responsiveness in that game stunned me. Immediately coming back after giving up a big goal, answering in a way that you never expect from Toronto. And then they got the star guys going. Not all of them. Austin Matthews, another quiet game, but like Willie Nylander is I think second in points in the playoffs right now,
which is funny.
We will talk about that later based off of the Conn Smythe odds. Willie's going off, but like you got Max Pacioretty coming out of fucking nowhere, being a dog for them. Like Max Domi, there's depth guys are coming through. Their defensemen are coming through. Their defensemen are scoring goals. They have leading the playoffs in goals by defensemen. You're getting good goaltending from your backup goaltender. I know Joe Woll is like sort of a 1B-ish situation, but when your 1A goes down and there's a little instability there, what an answer from Joe Woll.
I like him. I hated him in game 1.
Well, because he was thrown in cold.
Yeah.
So like I hit the reset button on that. I wasn't expecting Joe Woll to be bad, but he looked really good. He was really good in the playoffs last year. Like, this team has a little bit of everything. Got good coaching. It seems like they're good mentally. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Apollonia says, Pete's got to kiss JD Bunkus if the Leafs win the Cup. I will probably get in trouble for this. I am demanding that happen. That is now non-negotiable. If the Leafs win the Cup, It's not that Pete has to kiss JD Bunkus. It's that Pete and JD Bunkus have to kiss. We are in a time in society where everyone's solution to everything, they watch Hacks and they're like, those two should kiss. They watch anything and say, those two should kiss. As long as everyone's comfortable, if the Leafs win the cup, you got to kiss Bunkus. He's got to kiss you.
I'm not traveling to kiss Bunkus. If we cross paths, I'll kiss JD Bunkus.
That we can work out. How about you're not traveling at all? You couldn't meet him halfway? You couldn't go to like Buffalo to kiss him?
No.
You guys, you can get on you could make it like real romantic. Get on the Ferris wheel on the Canadian side of the falls. Nice little smooch overlooking the falls.
Okay, so this would be like a romantic kiss.
Why not?
He's engaged. He's betrothed.
To a woman.
Famously, like my wedding is like a month after. I would have to kiss him. So
yeah, it's perfect. That's what bachelor parties are for. You get it out of your system.
Count it as the bachelor party, and then I think Ellen's a little more forgiving.
Yes,
if the Leafs win the cup, JD Bunkus can come to my bachelor party, and I will kiss him there.
I like that a lot. And honestly, that is a little traveling halfway because we're going a little north for your bachelor party. He could come a little south. And not too south, I would say. We're just doing a kiss on this one, boys. Okay, let's keep the marriage going. But yeah, I think that you two would embrace and kiss.
No, perfect. You guys can walk over the Rainbow Bridge to walk over from the American side of the falls to the Canadian side of the falls. Meet halfway, just like lips meet at the border.
That is truly the Rainbow Bridge.
International.
Well, I think they're going to have to rename it, though, because Eric Stahl just got hired.
True, but that's Niagara Falls, not Buffalo. We still have the Peace Bridge.
Oh, okay. Talk about made of the kissed. Am I right?
Sure.
Nice. I'm going to that next week.
It's all right.
It's just all right?
It's cool. It's like...
you ever seen... What do you know about The Office?
I went on I was on Made of the Mist before The Office even existed.
Yo, that whole thing was just jacking the Chris Brown. I feel bad for the people who originally did the Forever Dance in that episode. Because I was like, yo, you're never going to be remembered for this.
Yeah.
They just fucking jacked your whole thing.
The falls are cool, though.
They fucking Giacomo Tura'd you.
Made of the Mist is great.
Hard not to be impressed by the pure power that is the water falling over the cliff.
So great place to kill yourself.
Pete,
no, like that's a fact. A lot of people kill themselves.
A lot of people go over, well, not so much recently, but they go over, in history have gone over and survived in barrels.
That's true.
Don't know how that happens. A lot of rocks at the bottom of that thing.
Okay, so Pete and Bunkus kiss on Made of the Mist, and then Sean and I have to join in and do the Forever Dance.
Yes.
Okay?
Sure.
If the Leafs win the cup, it's locked in right now. You brought up Max Pacioretty, and one of my favorite things about the Stanley Cup playoffs is that guys will go down.
We have slight breaking news. Sorry to get completely off topic. We got white smoke at the Vatican.
What?
We got a pope. We don't know who it is yet, but the white smoke has been seen. So we will
Nico
have...
Rantanen, you are the pope.
I thought that exact thing when I tweeted. This day 2, they already got one. I tweeted.
That's crazy.
Nico Rantanen went God mode. I was like, we should make Nico Rantanen the pope.
Somebody had an awesome PowerPoint.
I'm saying. Nothing like Conclave.
I've seen Conclave. You don't find out about sex changes until like 11 days. You don't even find out about like potential murder.
Several votes in.
3 days in.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I don't like these boys rushing into love here.
This is huge. This is a big moment for the Catholic Church.
Maybe when you know.
Big moment for the Catholic Church. We'll see. It's a big fork in the road for them, I'll say.
That is quick.
We'll see. I'll monitor. See what we get. See what name we got. All that kind of stuff.
So the Leafs and the Vatican are the only
ones figuring their shit out.
Only ones that just like
got the business.
Got the business.
Give me 2 opportunities and I'll figure it out.
Wow. That is crazy. Okay, Max Pacioretty. Something I love about the Stanley Cup playoffs is that you go in, guys get hurt, guys step up, whatever, and people that you never talked about end up being important players. And it just becomes a given that like, so the Leafs right now have Oilers right now, John Klingberg, you can't take him out of the lineup. But where would they be without him? Leafs, Max Pacioretty, a guy who did not play much hockey the last 3 seasons.
Some of it his fault, some of it not his fault.
Some of it his fault, some of it not his fault. Did not play much hockey, was a PTO this fall, signs a 1 year, I think, like minimum. Like number starts 6 figures starting with a 7, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And quite frankly, I didn't know that you could still make that little.
Minimum Pacioretty.
Min Pacioretty. Yes, exactly. Min Pacioretty. And this guy, 3 consecutive multi-point games. Last night, was he 2 goals?
No, he had a goal and a primary assist.
Yes, goal and an assist. And this freaking guy, like, obviously Canadians legend, Golden Knights legend for a little bit.
Capitals
And then
legend.
Capitals and Canes maybe not as much.
Yeah.
Just kind of bounced around. 36, you'd think that he's done. And right now, he's become that guy for the Leafs where you're like, oh, no. Top 6 forward. Where would we be without him?
Sorry. I just thought Canadians legend, Golden Knights legend, Capitals leg dash end, Canes leg dash end. 2 leg injuries.
And now, very good. And now, Leafs legend. Sean, what you got?
The chat is saying, and I don't know if this is true, the last time that a Pope was selected this quickly was 1967.
No way. No, they're lying.
I don't know.
Fuck off.
I don't know. I'm just saying, if that's true, that's pretty fucking crazy.
That would be... Is Apollonius says true facts, but honestly, is Apollonius the one who cries a lot? Who's like always mad?
Mad frequently.
Endearing.
Bruins and Capitals fan, constantly mad.
Oh, I mean, if I'm a Bruins and Capitals fan,
not this year.
Mad.
Caps have been great.
Yeah, but
I trust Eileen. Eileen says not true.
Eileen,
I do trust
thank
Eileen.
you. Tokyo Sex Whale says I was lying.
Oh man, I
Pretty-
wish that
pretty
was
cool
true.
lie.
I wish that was true.
Way to, you know what? Good to.
Sean, steal the lie. Just tweet it out from the What Chaos account and retweets like crazy.
Do you actually want me to do that?
Yeah, lying's cool.
All right.
As long as Tokyo Sex Whale says it's cool for us to steal the joke / lie.
All right. I'll be awaiting confirmation for that, and then I'll tweet it out.
All right, we're straight lying now. Okay, very good.
We all silly like the mayor.